Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I am super excited to have you here today. We're going to take a really close look at one of the most foundational and, let's be real, one of the most frequently misunderstood areas of the ICD-10-CM guidelines. We are talking all about excludes notes, specifically Guideline IA-12. Our mission today is pretty simple, but it's powerful. We are going to demystify these notes so you can confidently avoid claim denials, sequence with absolute precision, and most importantly, code the AMCI way. Grab your notes, get comfortable, and let's master this together.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever been deep in a medical chart staring at two different conditions and asked yourself this exact question? Do I actually code these together or not? It's a situation literally every medical coder faces every single day, usually while staring at a screen, pulling their hair out, or flipping through a coding manual the size of a phone book. Well, the answer to that question can be the difference between a clean, paid claim and a totally frustrating denial. And the key to unlocking that answer? It's all in the excludes notes. This is your ultimate navigational tool in the coding universe.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to hit 1, the purpose, 2, two types, 3, the core rule, 4, the pitfalls, 5, the MJ gem, and 6, our summary. Let's get right to it.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the purpose, which is all about guiding your code selection.
You know, as coders, we're constantly making decisions. Think of excludes notes as kind of like your ultimate traffic cops within the ICD-10-CM. They are explicit instructions there to direct you on which conditions should absolutely not be coded together, or, depending on the situation, when they actually can be. They really help you figure out if two conditions are related to each other or if they are just completely unrelated. Ultimately, their whole purpose is to steer your code selection so the clinical picture you're painting is incredibly accurate.
Moving right along to Section 2, two types, excludes 1 and excludes 2. And that brings us to our variables, because honestly, not all excludes notes are created equal. The ICD-10-CM gives us two totally distinct types, excludes 1 and excludes 2. And this right here highlights a massive fundamental truth in medical coding. You just can't skim the word excludes and assume you know what to do. Excludes 1 and excludes 2 have completely different meanings and totally different applications. 1 generally means two conditions cannot be coded together under any normal circumstance, like say trying to code a congenital condition alongside an acquired one, while the other means the conditions aren't part of the same code but might actually be allowed together if both are documented. The huge takeaway here, you must identify which specific type of excludes note you're dealing with before making a move.
Next up, Section 3, the core rule, focusing on independent conditions.
So we know there are two different types with two different applications, but what actually unites them? So the crucial point is this: regardless of whether you are looking at an excludes 1 or an excludes 2 note, both types identify independent, separate, and distinct conditions. It's like, think of the heart and the lungs, right? They're separate independent organs. Well, the conditions listed in these notes are separate from each other, just like that. They are not considered the same condition, and they are absolutely not included in the same code. That is the fundamental truth you've got to anchor into your mind right now. Excludes means separate. Just keep that front and center whenever you're navigating the tabular list.
Okay, on to Section 4, the pitfalls. These are your danger zones in coding.
Now that we've got the foundation down, what happens when you misinterpret these guidelines? Well, here's your ultimate what not to do checklist. First up, treating all excludes notes the same. We literally just learned why that's a massive mistake. Second, automatically assuming codes cannot be reported together without checking the specific type. Third, ignoring excludes notes in the tabular list entirely. Guys, never, ever skip the tabular list. Fourth, misinterpreting the relationships between conditions. And finally, failing to review whether conditions are actually independent. If you fall into these traps, the source materials are clear. It leads straight to coding inaccuracies, major compliance issues, and ultimately denied claims. We want clean claims, right? So we avoid these pitfalls.
Which brings us to Section 5, the MJ gem. This is your ultimate memory hook.
All right, take a deep breath. We've covered the rules and we've covered the risks. Now I'm going to give you the ultimate cheat code to lock this in forever. Listen to this and let it stick perfectly in your mind. Excludes equals separate conditions, check the type. Both types mean that conditions are independent, sure, but the type determines exactly how you code them. So the golden rule from our source material is simply, don't guess, identify the excludes type. When you see that word excludes popping up in the manual, your immediate reflex has got to be to look right next to it. Is there a 1? Is there a 2? Identify it for sure. Do not guess it.
And finally, Section 6. Summary. Coding the AMCI way.
You guys have done a fantastic job absorbing this overarching guideline today, and honestly, everything we've talked about boils down to this highly actionable 3-step AMCI process for real-world application. Step 1. Recognize the excludes note. Don't just skip past it when you're in the tabular list. See it. Step 2. Identify the type. Ask yourself, is this an Excludes 1 or an Excludes 2? Remember, they mean very different things. Step 3. Apply the rule correctly based on that specific type to determine if those separate, independent conditions can actually be coded together or not. That is it. That's how you ensure accuracy and compliance every single time.
So we've built the foundation. You now know exactly what excludes notes are, why they exist, and the absolute critical importance of identifying those two distinct types. But this leads us to the most exciting part. What exactly are the specific mechanics and the sneaky exceptions for Excludes 1? And how exactly does Excludes 2 allow for dual coding? So I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to master Excludes 1 and Excludes 2? Keep this foundation fresh in your mind, because in our next few explainers, we are going to break down those specific rules in incredible detail. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep up the amazing work.